Hello, this is gonna be a VOD review of this Masters Diva in a Grandmaster lobby. Um, let's see what he can improve on. So we end up, yeah. Let's look at our team composition real quick. We have it's gonna be Torb May and Lucio Bap. So that's pretty brawly, obviously. So we want to play fast and we want to play close range. So yeah, we should probably go left side to point here, but we end up going the right side. That's yeah, that's whatever. It's comp, so yeah. Yeah, and here I really like this. You're waiting on the bridge to eat the boop. You should always do that against Pharah. You wait for your team to pass, and yeah, just look at the concussion blast and eat it. So it's very good. And now, yeah, it's not a long VOD, and I mean it's kind of high-low sort of. So I gotta be a little bit nitpicky about stuff to get any good value out of this, I think. So here you see that she's shooting at someone, and you're just like M1ing her from this range, and that's obviously not gonna do any damage. So instead of doing that, you probably wanna, like, as soon as you eat this, you wanna look behind you and see who's on the bridge. Maybe some of my squishies are exposed there, because as we can see, our Reinhardt is not shielding anyone. He's just like walking, so our squishies are gonna be exposed on the bridge, and if she's good and lands like a direct, somehow, you know, one of us could get picked. It's not like it's a very low chance, but you should still try to look behind you and try to matrix like one rocket, maybe just put the matrix over your teammate when you see it coming in or something.
Pharah.
Yeah, so you should like matrix at least one or two of those rockets. Now you're just spamming M1 and nothing's happening. Your team could be getting picked off, like someone could die in this moment if they're unlucky or if they feel.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, yeah, and here I already like pre-watched this VOD once real quick, and here you take a little bit too much damage from storm arrows. So honestly, before you start matrixing, you lose 200 HP, and I mean it's not gonna matter because you're gonna heal up in time. But like as soon as you hear Stormbow activation, like matrix on that. Because, yeah, it does a lot of damage. Okay, this is like perfect. I really like this. You're on the right side and your Ryan is on the left side. So you're creating an off angle, which means, and your Mei is also on the left side. So this is perfect positioning. I would be standing here like 100% as well. Because, yeah, the enemy Ryan is in a real bad spot now. You can shoot him in the back without him being able to shield both sides. And yeah, you activate rockets. That's great. But here is the mistake. Here you start boostering into him for some reason. Like, there's no reason to booster right here because he's already so close to you. Like, you're already dealing your maximum amount of damage. So I don't know, like if you're trying to boop him or something, but you know he has his steadfast passive, so it doesn't really get booped, and just like you should just keep standing here. And then you should also know what team comp they have. You should probably press tab by now and seen what they have, that they have an Ana and they have a Mercy as healers, and you need to know what healers they have when you're playing D.Va, because you want to know if you're able to eat heals, or if they have a squishy backline that you can dive in on or something. Like you want to know what healers they have, and now since they have Ana, what you should do is just keep standing here and keep shooting M1 and missiling him, and like, and then after missile, or like after a little bit, when he starts getting low, you should start matrixing the doorway here, like matrix behind the enemy Rein, so he doesn't get any Ana healing, and so the Hanzo can spam as well. And then, you know, look, he's already lost almost half his HP, and if you just start matrixing now on the enemy Rein and keep using your missiles on him, like he's 100% gonna die, because your Rein is swinging on him. The Mei is probably shooting at him. Like, I guarantee you he would die if you just pull up Matrix here and keep your missiles on him.
Rhino?
But now he gets away, sadly. And now is probably the time where you want to start looking back at Pharah again. She got a kill. You don't know what she's doing. She might be behind you guys, like really close. And if that's the case, then that's your job for sure, because your Reinhardt has this side covered. Like, no one's gonna die from the Hanzo's spam, really. Like, the Pharah is much more dangerous because she's behind. We don't know, like, she's just spamming from behind. We don't have a shield to protect against that. And there, yeah.
Hey, we have the butterfly.
Rhino?
Yeah, I guess that Matrix is fine because you were trying to protect your Rhino while he was swinging. Yeah. Okay, your Rhino gets aggro, so you Matrix. That's good. That's good. But yeah, you really need to look at the, like, at least know where the Pharah is.
Yeah, we're
I don't have it.
Okay, there she is.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
Bard's behind us, Bard's behind us.
Yeah, we're
I don't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of lag there.
Big kills, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you're on voice comms, I would just honestly tell my team to. I mean, we lost one, so it's pretty rough. But you guys should just ignore the Pharah and just push these guys, honestly. Like, just pocket Ryan, Matrix, and push here, and like with speed boost. Because if you run away from the Pharah, like you're creating a like usually 6v4 then whatever, because if you just speed away and she's like right behind you and you speed in here, she's not gonna have time to catch up. She's just gonna be left hanging in the back and not be able to do any damage pretty much. But yeah, you guys are playing it slow and just letting the Pharah take all her time to like spam you guys out, which is like the opposite of what you want. Yeah, like that Matrix flash was not very good, obviously. Like you need to practice just timing your Matrix with when she's gonna shoot the rocket. And then you can even like body tank one direct and then get a little bit of healing, passive healing from Lucy and stuff. So you need to just manage your resources well against her. That Matrix didn't do a thing, as I said. And yeah, like those missiles didn't do anything meaningful either. If you wanna, like, if you have missiles and you wanna use them, then you shouldn't really use them on the. I mean, you can use them on the Mercy and try to one shot the Mercy or like get her low. That's an option, or you can just ignore the Pharah for 2 seconds and turn around and help and use micro missiles on the enemy Reinhardt. Or look at this guy, the Hanzo. He could be a free kill here for sure. You have micro missiles, you have boosters. If you just booster in on him, your Mei has a wall here. You can like land on top of the wall or something, or maybe Hanzo split off by the wall. I don't know. Like that looks really nice. Yeah, look at this. This is good. Like just go on top of your Mei wall, and just use your missiles on the Rhine from above, and he should die.
A big drop.
Yeah, because you don't really have much Matrix, so you can't really deal with the Pharah effectively anyway, right? So might as well use missiles on what you can, and then let your Matrix recharge in the meantime, and then go back on the Pharah.
Wait.
A little bit more Matrix wasted there. Yeah, again, you should tell your team to go left side because, well, they're like, you're a brawl comp, you want close range engages, and you don't want to get spammed out, and you don't want to have like to risk getting booped by the Pharah or something else when you go on the bridge. So those are all good reasons to go left side. Here you take some spam damage. Yeah, it's kind of whatever. I see. You feel a little bit of ult, but you also give your BAP a little bit of ult. Here look to eat boop again, that's good.
I'm amping over bridge.
Yeah.
No comp. Get out.
I guess those missiles were fine because you went for the Rhine, but he just inted. Yeah, I don't know why you're like walking backwards here or like being so passive. Okay, so you see the Rhine going away. And then, yeah, that's good. That's fine. And now you're like walking backwards here. I don't know, like you need to be pushing up with your Rhine, so you're like in Matrix range of him to help out.
Hop a Rhine, hop a Rhine.
Yeah, anyway.
Bomb point, there's not bomb point.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
Below.
The Mercy.
Yeah, here I would just instantly booster and go for the Mercy and use micro missiles.
Tap.
Yeah, and I know you're gonna do that, but you're not gonna use micro missiles for some reason. And then you're gonna almost see it demacked by the Hanzo. So yeah, micro missiles first, and then as soon as you hear him starting like the Stormbow, like if you just started micro missiles there, great tracking, you know. You clicked the head and then you mingled, but you didn't use micro missiles, and then you hear Stormbow going off. Now you like she should be dead, and now you should just turn and Matrix the Hanzo, so you don't get demacked. And then your team can help you, and then you kill him.
Upper diva, upper diva. Nice. Alright, upper bab,
Yeah, now you want to look at the Pharah. Like, where is the Pharah? This is a between fight situation. It's downtime, and an enemy Pharah is already spamming. So the only thing like you can do, the only way you can be useful is eating Pharah rockets, because you don't have any poke yourself long range really. So you just wanna help your teammates that are trying to poke away at enemies, or you know, Matrix the Pharah. And yeah, you're I mean, she kind of hinted it's not really your fault, but you know, you should be looking to Matrix spam in between fights like
Our
this.
Ash fed. Nice job, Ash. Oh, somebody's coming.
Okay, well, yeah, unfortunate. think the correct play here is just to walk off point. Or well, you can stand here for now, like you stand in cover on the other side of this pillar for now. And then as soon as you start getting spammed out or the Rhine starts pushing you, you just walk off the point and give them like, you know, 90% of the capture point, like let them cap to 90% of, but you still have the point, so to speak. And then you just fly back in, or you just walk back in around the corner, I mean, and then you just try to stay alive as long as possible. Stall. You should try to eat that nade as well, but it was kind of hard to see it through the shield, I think. Then you didn't matrix that time. Yeah.
On the main.
Yeah. You could have stalled that for longer if you just ate rockets with matrix, and if you gave them more of the cap percentage. And a general rule is like never bomb when you're within swing range of a Rhine, because he will just kill you before you get your mech back. That's just the thing. So yeah, you're not gonna be able to remech, and this bomb doesn't really threaten any kills. So yeah, you. Like it's fine to remake if you position yourself more in cover, like left side of where you are right now, so you can walk around that left side corner maybe. Then you should be able to get your mech back in time. There's like also, I think it's also okay to just not bomb at all, and just let them cap the point, or let your teammates try to stall, because this fight should be lost. Honestly, you lost two people, and your Ashe is like getting back just now, and your Rhine is like getting back just now as well, I think. So I guess it could be winnable, but I don't know, like you're gonna die.
I'm on back.
Like this shouldn't be winnable, honestly, but your Rhine can be touched.
Ryan's one.
There's a fire by yourself on the way.
You only have blue shield, guys. Oh, nice.
Luke, is that you? Never mind.
Spinner right back.
Yeah, and there you try to eat some spam for your McCree, which is good, because you don't have anything else to do really, and your mage is gonna recharge in time, so that's fine.
They're going white again.
They don't.
Yeah, and also you need to be tracking what ults they have, so you know what to eat on D.Va. So you wanna know if they have Grav or Dragon now, which they should have both of those, I think, if I remember correctly. That might be close on Barrage as well, honestly, because the charge is pretty quick.
Actually, they might. They're gonna have dragon.
No, they're not gonna have
Go fire strike here. Ready? Got it?
Oh, my fault. 5.
Yeah, you wanna know where your Rhine is, because right now you're standing a little bit too far forward.
Got it?
Oh, my fault.
And I mean, you wanna be close to cover and behind your Rhine shield, and know where he's gonna be, because so you can take an off angle from him. Now you're on the same side as your Rhine. That's not what you want to be. If you were on the right side, it would be the same situation as the first fight, where you can just missile the enemy Rhine in the back and matrix all the healing, and like that's so much better than being here, because now the enemy Rhine can just back off and shield if he feels like it, you know. Or maybe you were waiting for that window to come in. I don't know. But even, yeah, like even if your team is windowing, there's still like at least one guy should be not on the window. Like probably two people should be somewhere else than shooting through the window, because the enemy team is most likely gonna have time to just back around the corner, and you need someone to be able to spam when the enemy's back around.
Bar, bar.
That's a good matrix to save your Rhino while he's pinning through the opener.
Back into the corner.
I don't know where Farah is right now. Right hand side, on the right hand side. I have you. Still far right. Actually, I think
Yeah. Never mind actually. Yeah, now she's gonna barrage. You should know that, like you should know she has barrage, and as soon as like she goes in aggro like that with her concussion blast, that's just like an obvious sign that she's either gonna barrage or she's gonna get nanoed, or she's gonna like go in for a kill. Like she's going in hard now, she's going in close range. This is when she's the most dangerous but also the most vulnerable. So like when the enemy Pharah is so close, that's when you need to just matrix her. If she's far away in Narnia, like up in the sky super high, like she's harder to kill, but she's also less of a threat, so then you don't need to focus her as much. Now you just didn't turn around. So yeah. I mean, yeah, you do eat it, but she should have gotten a kill like before you started eating the matrix, the barrage. She should have gotten an insta kill there probably. Like, yeah. And then the problem is that they have Grab Dragon, and now you weren't able to eat it because the enemy saw a grab at the same time as the barrage came through, and you like you can't really do much about that, honestly. Like, yeah, you just have to choose the one that comes first, and that was the Pharah. So
I've left.
mine half of them.
yeah.
I don't have yet.
This is where we get booped off. Yeah, you can't really do much there, honestly. Like, you didn't even see the boop. She was doing it from the ground, I think. So, yeah, it's just rough trying to walk through here.
Oh, nice pick. They're gonna rest up though. Okay. I'll take my
Go left, good.
Don't know if they have another dragon. Smack him here.
Yeah, you weren't able to eat that nade. That's unfortunate. Like your jobs here as Pharah is, or as Diva, is to eat nades, eat Hanzo damage mostly, like the storm arrows, and then Pharah rockets and barrage and ults. That's
That's a big name.
you want to identify your jobs before the match begins. Like, look at the enemy team comp and see what can I matrix here, what's like the most important for me to do and to deal with.
Wait.
Like, that matrix doesn't really make sense, honestly.
That's a big name.
Urian is waiting on the corner for the nade to wear off and for him to recharge shield. So you just want to be safe right now too. You don't want to be peeking. You should you should probably be on the left side corner here, and just waiting for your Rhine to push in. And when he pushes in, you can start shooting the enemy Rhine, and you can think about matrixing your Rhine if it's getting shot from this side, for example. Yeah, maybe you're trying to eat some healing from the enemy Rhine, but he's not really in lethal range. Like, he's not gonna die. So you only want to start matrixing healing when the enemy is already really low and about to die. Yeah, that makes take there doesn't make like it doesn't do anything either.
Can we use that? When you're on their side of the
You know where the Pharah is now. She's not really doing much yet. Like if she was behind you or something, aren't really close, then you should focus her more. You Matrix again, and that doesn't do much. And Matrix again, you know. Just look at your Matrix ticks here going down and not eating much. Like, if there's nothing to Matrix, then just don't use it, you know. Just let it recharge until there's something that's worth matrixing. Like you would have had full matrix here, and if you just tracked barrage, which you should do, and you know when they have barrage, it's very important that you always know where the Pharah is, because when they have barrage, they like to flank, they like to hide and play, you know, from areas where you can't see and go around and stuff. So if you know they have barrage, you need to know at all times when where the Pharah is, and you always need to keep like a little bit of matrix at least when, or if you think she's about to do it, you know, you always need some of your matrix stuff.
Got nano.
Yeah, like you could have saved the site for sure. You could have touched that way things.
Lucy have to survive the fight.
Yeah, and we're not gonna touch him. Here we go, Soria. That's okay. This is a good Soria map, but it's also not a bad given map, so yeah. Okay, you didn't take TP. If you checked that you had Sim, you should know that this is like this standard strat, you know, TP out of spawn on this map. But yeah. Yeah, here you're looking for bubble on Rhine. It's a good bubble. It's a little bit early maybe because your Rhine was still full HP, but it's okay. Like if you want to optimize completely, you should let your Rhine take 100 damage or something like that, or 150 damage, because then your healers can actually heal him while your bubble is on him. But if you bubble when he's full HP, your healers are like not able to heal him. They're just like Bap is only shooting, Lucio's healing is not doing anything. So yeah, it's late early, but it's good still. You're enabling his aggression. He's getting to swing a lot with. Here walking forward and hoping to use your own bubble to take more space. And yeah, it's good. Obviously we're a little too far behind because of the TP, but here since you don't have an off angle and you're not able to take one really, yeah, I would walk to the left here and use my personal to body block for my Rhine with my own personal bubble, because you should know that the rest of the team should be, like the enemy team should be back here. So here could be a Hanser, here could be an Ana spamming at your Rhine, and that's kind of dangerous. He could get naded or slept or something. So you can just walk to the left side of your Rhine here and you pop your personal to body block and tank for him. Because right now you're like to the right of him, kinda, and there's like no one here. The only thing you eat is like slight tracer damage, which probably makes you Rhine anyway, maybe. You don't get that much value out of your personal. Yeah, you failed to bubble the sim there, but it was kind of like hard because your team is almost bubble blocking.
Alright, we're back.
There's Aura's outside. They have an Ana.
Here you could you don't really want to be on point because and capping point because you want to maintain high energy. And there's already 2 people from your team on point, so it's gonna cap like fast enough. So you could either go out from this doorway here and try to poke at the Pharah and take some rockets. Just be careful to not get booped, so don't walk too far out. But you could do that, or you could just walk to the main choke and try to catch some energy. Here you only get 20. You could have done more if you maybe if you want a point or something.
Can we jump?
And here we're gonna spawn camped. You walk back a little bit for that. Like, yeah, that's not. You want to ignore that and just focus on the front line here, because if you all walk back, your Ryan's gonna have to be alone, or he's gonna have to back up with you, and you're just gonna give that whole point. And you can't really deal with Tracer well anyway, so yeah. Here you're looking to bubble your Ryan when he's going in, that's really good. Here the problem is that you're focusing the Pharah. And you can't really do much against the Pharah as Sora. You just kind of looked at her. Now you're kind of looking around here and trying to find targets. Yeah. Your Ryan is kind of screwed. So, yeah. The thing here was you want to take an off angle from your Ryan, the same as with D.Va. So now you know your Ryan's gonna push here, you know we're speeding, you know we're bubbling, you know Orion's gonna go this way. So if you just go the left side here through the stairs on the left here, that's gonna create a perfect off angle for you guys. And you can still if you just walk up slightly to the left, you can still give Ryan the bubble at a decent time, and then you can start beaming the enemy Ryan in the back while he's coming in here. And just ignore the Pharah. Like, you guys are speeding, you're going in. Because like, look how much downtime you have on your like shooting. You're not shooting this fight. And that's a big problem. And the other problem is that you don't have enough energy because you stayed on point and try to cap points.
There, fair, my suggestion coast, we just W into their team. Even if we lose one, it'll still be like a 5v4.
Yeah, what your Ryan is saying is completely correct and good. Now you want to take energy with your personal. Okay, that's unlucky. I mean, you should bubble your Ryan here too, though. Like, tell Ryan, you should be using voice if you want to play optimally. You should bubble your Ryan here. Like, even if you don't use voice, just bubble your Ryan here, and he will grab that rocket and he will grab that, Sora right click, and you will be for the energy. Make sure, yeah. Okay. Good bubble. Like, again here, you don't have an off angle. Like, this is really awkward. You guys are pushing out here, but there's just a Ryan shield in your face. Like, that doesn't feel good. You could go left side on this corner here. I think it's okay. Like, yeah, I think it's okay. On this left side corner of this choke here. If you did not have personal bubble, it might be a little bit risky, because you could get pushed from the stairs here or something, or you could get spammed from that side, but you have your personal coming up, so then you can stay on off angles like a little bit more comfortably. Okay, go in front of your Ryan and use personal to tank damage. Yeah, perfect. And here you see the Tracer flanking Orion, who's low HP. So look to bubble that. Yeah, you should have had time to see that easily. Okay, well, it worked out. The Tracer wasn't able to.
On top.
Okay. Yeah, that's whatever.
But now,
Okay, yeah, here you do the right thing, I think. Or, like, I would have done this. I would have, yeah, just personal bubble and go grab that mini. And try to track as well as you can. Because I thought that your healers are gonna be with you. Oh, okay, they died to Barosh actually. Okay, yeah, you can't demolish them.
yeah. Well,
Okay, you're going Diva. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay because they have Pharah and they have other stuff you can eat as well. They have Tracer, they have Ana, I think. So yeah, it's all good.
They're gonna grab.
oh, we go where they go.
Okay, you heard that they have Grav and should have tracked that yourself.
Okay.
So
Camping?
you want to make it hard for her to grab and eat it if you can. So that like if you know they have Grav, that can affect your positioning a little bit, or you want to keep track of where the Sora is. This is not really what you want to do, I would say. Like, you don't want to just hard peek behind your Rhine shield and like full matrix the enemy Zarya, because that makes it pretty obvious that you're just like trying to eat Grav, and she can clearly see the matrix, and she's just like, if she's not stupid, she's just not gonna grab here. There's no pressure on her. Like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and wait until the matrix runs out, you know? Is what the Zarya is thinking. Use almost all your matrix on that. She obviously doesn't grab, so you need to use mind games against the Zarya here, and you need to pressure her to grab. Here is one spot where she could grab, like exactly the moment where you round the corner here, she might grab on this corner right here, the right side corner. Because she knows that you're not gonna move the matrix if it's on the wall like opposite of you. So what you should probably do is just before your team even goes here, you should fly to this corner here and just look at the right side here. Is the Zarya here waiting to grab on the corner? Because that's very common. Like that's something that Zaryas do a lot. Grab on the wall on the corner as soon as the enemy turns. So you want to check that by going left side here before your team comes, so you're able to maybe matrix it. Yeah. So now you're using a little bit too much matrix, but she has grab, so you don't want to take it down really. But you can do you can do the bait, you know, the spin around or look straight into the ground while you still have matrix on, and then you look up like 0.3 seconds later or so, and then you know, she might grab and you might eat it because she thinks you turned it off and she has the time to grab, but you pull it up in time. You might have seen that trick somewhere. It's kind of common. So some sources even expect that trick from you, and then if you see that they don't fall for it, then you can't really do that. But yeah. Okay, good good matrix there. I just want to check something. Yeah, okay. The enemy Sora has her personal bubble available. But if you didn't do that, then I might have actually just boosted in on her and popped my micro missiles and just like booped her and shot her in the head while she was being booped, because she has grab, so you want to try to pressure it out of her. Like you want to make her low HP and like be forced to panic grab or just die with the grab. That's like a good strat. So you can even tell your team to try to focus Sora. And then when she's about to die, you can just hold Matrix over her so she doesn't get healed, and she might even grab because she's like panicking. And you're willing to grab them. Because she's not behind her Rein shield, right? If she was behind her Rein shield, I would not go for that play, but she split off. And if she did not have personal, she could get shot here by Torb, she could walk into the Molten Core and stuff, like, yeah, I would go for that. But she had personal, so, yeah. Yeah, good Matrix, as I said. Yeah, and now going after Rein is okay. But you should really turn on your micro missiles at this point. The enemy Rein is going in a straight line, so you will be able to hit all the micro missiles. Yeah, I'm not sure why you're not using them. Here, consider matrixing the Ana because you can eat the heals, and it's probably more value than trying to shoot at her, because yeah, you just want to kill the Sora fast, so she doesn't get like try to kill.
Fair Mega left.
Nice. Yeah, like that.
Okay. Are we chasing someone up here? Or? Yeah, let's go.
Alright, we see. Are they close?
Yeah, I like this positioning from the start here. Now it's not so good. Like again, you want to take an off angle, and you also want to guard this right side here where Pharah could pop out. So standing around this sign here, behind the signs, you also have cover. I think that's probably the best spot to be, because you know the enemy Rein is gonna come through here, and you know your Rein and your most of your team is on the left side, so you want to be on the right side and you want to have cover. Yeah, you could be shooting the Rein from behind that sign right now, for example, if you were to the right side. And now what is your Rein saying? Is he saying W in, I think, maybe?
Rein's our main, Rein's our main.
Yeah, so if your team is pushing in, you want to ignore the Pharah and just go in with your team and do as much damage as you can, and just like matrix your Rein from the whatever, you know. But if your team is stupid and staying here, then you probably need to actually deal with the Pharah a little bit more, and just stay here. So you need to know what's going on. Well, you need to look, or you need to hear what they're doing. Okay, yeah, like you haven't eaten a rocket yet, which is a kind of a problem. Here you're not using missiles yet, which is also a problem. Like, yeah, okay, use it now, but I would just pop it early, like, because at this point maybe Rein would have noticed you and just shielded that or something. Like, as soon as you see a big, good, juicy target for your missiles, just use it. Like, you don't need to wait with them for some reason.
Zarya's gonna grab, Zarya's gonna grab.
Yeah. Right now you don't have any missiles, so that's like an even better incentive to just mark the Pharah, because you can't use missiles on anything else, so might as well just go mark the Pharah. Yeah, again, you're not eating enough rockets, and if you like, I think something that would help is if you just flew a little bit closer, like just go right in her face, make her have to look at you, because she doesn't want to shoot at you if she can help it. Like, she wants to shoot at your squishies, like She wants to ignore you. But if you fly a little bit closer, if you fly into her, or if you fly just behind this pillar here, so she can't boop you off in any way of the map, and just like be in her face, then I think it's gonna be much easier to use more rockets.
I'm with like now.
I'm regrouping with our Tormund tonight. I'm with their diva. I'm with their diva.
Shot.
The bar is just spamming, literally outside the Mercy. Let me grab the Ryan.
Now you need to kind of know what's going on, right? Like, now the fight could be starting up again. So now's the time to probably take a quick peek, look around and see what's happening. Do I need to be on this fair, or do I need to help my Ryan in some way?
Grab a free. Taxing. Give me 1 second.
Now the enemy's Ryan's here and you didn't even know about that. You could have been shooting him from the side here or something while he was trying to walk in, maybe.
Alright, freeze back to 2. I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, this Pharah is going for something like... If you know she has Barrage, like, which you should know, then this... like, this is like such an obvious Barrage, honestly. It's almost like she's faking it, but yeah, she's gonna end up barraging here. Yeah, super easy eat, obviously, like... Yeah, really good.
Nice.
The Tracer, did you see the Tracer there, or did you hear the Tracer? She might have Pulse Bomb right now, I think, or you should know if she has Pulse Bomb or not, and if she does, then you should, like, probably go for the Tracer here. Even if she doesn't have Pulse Bomb, like, at least look at your teammate. Is he 1 HP? Maybe the enemy Tracer is actually about to finish him off, and you might need to put a Matrix over him for a bit.
I'm good.
Tracer low.
Yeah, right. Alright.
Okay, yeah, pushing is okay as well, because yeah,
I'm gonna be behind.
yeah, that bomb was a little bit unnecessary, to be honest. You already won the fight, so it's not... I mean,
Behind.
like, okay, like when you threw it, it was like, okay, maybe we can get these kills and get some staggers, but I don't know. Like, there's a good chance that you guys are gonna kill them anyway. I think, like, honestly, if you just keep your mech here, like, look at what
Tracer low.
Yeah, right. Alright.
look at what cooldowns you have when you bomb. You have all your cooldowns. You can just fly in here and use your micro missiles on the enemy Mercy. She can't escape, probably. Or on the enemy Ana and eat a nade and, like, micro missile. Like, I think you can kill them without using bomb.
I'm gonna be behind.
Yeah, like your Ryan pin and you got a kill. And now because you use bomb, you actually lost. Like, you actually lost 2 people because of that. You could have eaten the Ana shots and saved your Ryan and saved your McCree also, maybe.
Give up. Wait, wait.
They went on
Speed it back.
Tracer tapped up.
Move to right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm TPing again.
That's
I'm
nice.
just gonna
Oh.
Yeah, Diva.
Alright, I feel like the fire is probably gonna go coast or some shit, so just care that.
W inside.
Okay, you're teaming to point. Okay, you see the Pharah.
Yeah.
It's not really necessary to eat anything from the Pharah right now, because she's so far away. You know, you could eat 1 rocket or something. Yeah, now when you see this, you wanna put yourself in a situation where you can pincer them when they drop. So you wanna create an off angle from the start. Like, you know that the Ryan is gonna jump right forward here and land at the side of the point here. So if you go in the right side corner here, maybe, or like you have boosters, so you can even booster there right now. Or you go like just in the doorway here and just micro missiles from the back. Yeah, like that. Most of that got shielded, honestly. Yeah.
Oh, we won the fight.
Enemy Ana lands a massive nade. Like, I know it's kind of hard, but like, if you think they have Ana, you should matrix that. Like, or maybe you should even just matrix that anyway. Honestly, like I think matrix in there is okay. Just like a little bit of matrix on the enemy TP here, because it's like the whole team here almost. So just shoot a small matrix there and then take an off angle.
Oh, we won the fight.
So yeah, you're kind of rolling them because you got the TP off first, so your Ryan just swings on everyone. Yeah, here is where I would have focused the Mercy a little bit more, or in general, just focus the Mercy a bit more considerate. Like, if the enemy fare is low or something and you have a hit scan, then okay, you can focus the fare because there's a good chance of killing her. But otherwise, like, Mercy is so much easier to kill. You could have started your micro missiles, honestly. I think I would have started micro missiling. Yeah, I would have for sure. Like, this is she's killable if you micro missile and you track well. And if you're lucky, your teammates hit one shot on her, then she's dead for sure.
Be careful about that.
Like, you don't really need to worry about her getting any kills right now. Your whole team is looking at her. Like, there's a very small way for her to get any kills, honestly. You don't need to matrix her. Like, just go kill her. Big goal.
Yeah, we can see some. Hey.
Okay. Well, your team is saying to speed in, so, and the fairy is behind, so I would actually ignore her. Ignore her for now and just go and matrix your Rhine. Because the enemies have an Ana and something else, maybe a DPS that you have to consider matrixing. Yeah, you see the Fair's not doing anything. Like, you guys are pushing ahead of her.
Sleeping.
Yeah. Imagine if you were here with your Rhine, like, it would have been so big. You could have eaten a shit ton and killed enemy Rhine as well. Now it's just a stall point. So now you should be thinking about their ults. They have Barrage, they might have Dragon. Probably don't have Grav yet. No, there's no way they have Grav yet, but you should be looking out for the Pharah for sure. She could be hiding like right above here, waiting for you guys to walk through on the Barrage.
Just wait, just wait.
Yeah, you see that Pharah spamming, so she's not really hiding.
Alright. Let's get space this way.
3, 2, 1. Window.
Okay, I missed the fire strike. That's like, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, 3, 2.
Nice.
Okay, I would have started my missiles here.
3, 2.
You see the window come through, so just missile here. The missile gets amplified by the window, so you could break the shield. You can like, if your team focus fires here, the enemy Rhine should probably die. If you just M1 and micro missile.
Nice.
Go, 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 go. Okay.
Yeah, matrix. No problem.
B2.
Like, yeah, I guess I get it. Like, the enemies are spamming this choke, but I don't know. Like, as soon as your amp matrix comes out, there's no way they're gonna keep like peeking that and spamming that. I feel like, yeah, you should have more matrix. Like, look, you use all of the matrix here. There's no point. Just shoot.
Thank you, guys.
Go, 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 go.
And if you had matrix and if you tracked Pharah, you know, you would have saved
I
2 people and half your HP.
Yeah, I killed 3 Zarya.
yeah.
Probably gonna.
I feel like they're probably gonna. There's a Rhino outside.
Okay, wait, let me go back. Sorry.
Or they're close to it.
Okay. Consider fly or yeah. Like, at least walk forward here and look like if you need to help your Rhine, because it looks like the enemies are just pushing your Rhine here.
There's a Rhino.
But the enemy, okay, yeah, the enemies are just kind of throwing. I feel. Okay.
Good coast, good coast.
There's a Rhino outside.
Yeah, I think that was played okay. Like, you should have started matrixing a little bit earlier, because you should know that the Hans is there. He just dragoned. Like, you had some time to see him, and you take a little bit too much damage from him. But yeah, then you kind of missed the window or whatever.
I got directed. Bars on left hand side.
Oh. Yeah, I would just boost her in and kill that guy, I think. The squishy that's on the ground.
Bars on left hand side.
Like, you don't see how many is shattered, but just hope that a lot of people are shattered and go and kill that also. If you just primary fire and micro missile and booster in, I'm pretty sure you kill him before he gets healed enough. Yeah, if you react fast. And then, yeah, just go kill him, and then if the Zarya chases you or something, try to take cover and try to juke her or something for cover, and then just fly out and fly back to your team, or maybe grab a Mega depending on the situation. Yeah. I don't know why you're matrixing there. Like, no, the whole team is enemy team is shattered, and you're like,
I got directed.
oh, that's not the time to matrix. Yeah, I guess your Rhine was low and you thought it would die or something, but like, no, I think no. When your Rhine shatters,
Bars on left hand
like
side.
when the whole team is on the ground, like, you shouldn't die there.
Nice, nice, nice. These are quick.
Yeah.
Okay, they're 100% gonna grab Dragon, I'm pretty sure. Oh, they
Okay.
did. Okay, they're 100% gonna grab Dragon.
So, yeah, they have grabbed, and here the enemy Zarya kind of throws it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Let
they're 100%
me
gonna
see
grab
this micro POV. I would walk to the right side of the choke here, because then you can see Zarya better, and you have a higher chance of matrixing her when she's trying to grab it on the wall here, because that's like what she should do, right? That's what it's looking like she's gonna try to go for. So stay more right side of the choke so you actually see. Here you try to eat it because you think she's gonna early grab on the wall. That's good.
Alright.
But now you should turn around and try to do the fake, like, or look straight down, either way, and then look right back at her. Like, I don't know why she would ever grab there, honestly. She's in no danger, and she just throws it right into the completely visible matrix, but whatever.
Nice. Let's go.
I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah, so this bomb I think is actually pretty good. Obviously it doesn't turn out well at all for you, but
I'm gonna.
like when you start doing it,
I'm gonna shoot.
like what are you seeing here? You're seeing an enemy team that's backing off to the point, and that's on the back foot, and maybe I would have liked for the Rhine, or wait.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think it's like not a bad bomb, honestly. Because the enemies want to go back to point to restabilize, but you're bombing to not let that happen. And it's a decent chance of, like, you could get a kill with this, I think. Like, it's not unreasonable. Actually, maybe it's not that good, because your Rhine doesn't have a lot of HP and his shield is low also, I think, so you can't really push on this. But if your team had like a complete cooldown advantage, like you guys had speed and full shield and whatever, and lamp and or all that stuff, then I think it's a really good bomb. But now you guys are actually hiding a little bit and wanting to restabilize. So yeah, in that case it's not the best. And obviously you get like really unlucky that he dragons at the exact same time.
They don't have shield.
I'm W.
Yeah.
Don't maybe run away. I can win.
Yeah, I don't know what you're matrixing here. Like, where's the Pharah? Okay, she's on the Megazord maybe. Now you're matrixing the Soria. Like, yeah, you kind of lost here, honestly. You need to just like don't just blind matrix like this. You need to kind of know what's going on. Taking the you kind of like all over the place here. Like you don't know where people are, where the enemies are, what's going on. So it's kind of hard to do anything good. But yeah, like this matrix was way too long anyway. Try to locate the Pharah. Think about pushing the Sora, honestly. Maybe if your team is with you, like, or now the enemy starts focusing on them.
I don't have that.
Okay. Well. See, now you can't really push the Sora because unless she used personal, but even then you're gonna like lose all your HP for that. Like, you don't even know if she has personal or not. The only way, like, the only reason I could see if we should be trying to boop her off, but that shouldn't really
I
work.
don't have that.
Like, you can't win against that when she has personal and that high energy. The only way you can go for a Sora if she's split like this, but no personal and like medium energy or less, like then you can actually win against her one-on-one. And now you're just like trying to match her on the off angle here. It doesn't make any sense, honestly. You can matrix anything of her, obviously, and like you're not shooting at anything. Like yeah, you don't have any value right there. So just position yourself somewhere else where you can shoot at people. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, it's just a little bit of stall there. Okay. Yeah, that's all. Hope it was helpful. Okay. Bye.